Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Sid Cicero here with you. Did you know that over-the-counter and prescribed medications could be silently depleting your body of essential nutrients? But you didn't know that. Joining us this morning to break down some key drug-nutrient interactions so you can stay balanced and healthy is Bryce Wylde, co-founder of the DNA company. Bryce, good to see you, brother, as always.
Sid, as well. You. A lot of folks have problems, the good, bad, and the ugly around supplements interacting with prescription medications. But it can go both ways. We have benefits there as well. We'll talk about it. 75% of folks are taking supplements and nutrients, ingredients, herbs,
Guilty
you name
as
it,
charged,
vitamins, minerals, which is good.
Yeah.
25%, though, that take those are also taking prescription medications for which there are significant interactions.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking about major complications in some instances. So starting with the big one, over-the-counter medications for pain.
All right,
we're
pain
talking
meds. What do we need to know?
Acetaminophen, Advil, we're talking ibuprofen in this case. These things can have a negative interaction with ginkgo biloba and garlic. Why? Because they can increase the potential for thinning of the blood. And so it's a big one people get wrong all the time. Always talk to your pharmacist or your doctor before starting anything. Good news is there's some positive interactions.
Please, the
right?
positive, Bryce Wylde, yes.
When you're taking excessive amounts because you're in pain of acetaminophen, that's really hard on the liver. N-acetylcysteine. NAC, so we're looking at N-acetylcysteine over here, as a supplement helps the liver to work better and detoxify acetaminophen from the system. So there's the good news. A lot of us have indigestion. For that, we grab over-the-counter calcium tablets. Calcium acts as a buffer to neutralize acid. What is the big is when you use calcium supplementation alongside of that, especially within about 3 hours. Sid, what this will do is actually increase calcium absorption into the blood, and then you can have problems offsetting all kinds of other minerals. It can cause you to become magnesium deficient, strontium, boron, manganese have a problem with the bones. Bones have a problem. That's a big issue. Stop doing that.
Sure.
Wait 3 hours. The good news is it also does, your body could fare well by taking probiotics in this instance, because the other thing calcium does is offset the microbiome.
Okay.
So probiotics with calcium, good idea in this instance.
All right. For those of us up next who have allergies and take medication often over the counter,
right.
what should we be looking at for antihistamine?
So especially the class 1 antihistamines, diphenhydramine. What this has a very significant interaction with, because it can be drowsy causing, is melatonin. Do not mix these two. You're going to have problems in the morning.
No good.
It's not going to, it's not going to be to the point where you don't wake up or stop your heart, not that degree of interaction, but significant enough that you're not going to have a pleasant day. Good news is when you take antihistamines, you might want to consider quercetin. That's the positive interaction supplements can have. Quercetin's a natural bioflavonoid. Here's this. How about this? Mast cells, they blow up and they release histamine, which causes the allergy. How about controlling them and neutralizing them from blowing up in the first place? That's quercetin. That's the positive interaction.
Okay, so that's the over-the-counter stuff.
The biggest ones for over-the-counter.
All right, prescribed, because there's things we need to know. What if you're taking medication for elevated cholesterol?
Statins, a classification that most people take, also causes what's called rhabdomyolysis, or strains and pains in the muscles, skeletal muscles. So what you do not want to take is red yeast rice. It's a very brightly colored, comes in all types of formats and shapes. This is also a natural statin. This could lower cholesterol's not all bad. You want to control it, but not suppress it to that point. Taking red yeast rice, because this is something that will cause cholesterol to tank. Good news is we can avoid that rhabdomyolysis, or the pain in the muscles, by taking coenzyme Q10. Everyone taking a statin needs to take this positive interaction with coenzyme Q10.
And those pains in the muscles, that you can mistake that for a lot of stuff. Like, you don't want that, right?
Yeah, but when you started a statin medication, within about a week or two, you're going to know. And even if you don't feel that, most doctors are now recommending, and pharmacists, ubiquinol or coenzyme Q10 to complement statin medications.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot, but this is important. We got 30 seconds. Antidepressants.
Especially SSRIs, serotonin reuptake inhibitors. You do not ever want to take that with tryptophan or 5-hydroxytryptophan. That is, can cause serotonin syndrome. That is terrible. Good news is there's a positive interaction by taking the B-class vitamins. Folic acid, B12, B1, 2, 3, 4. The whole family of Bs work really, really well. And last, I can't forget this. If you're taking metformin, which is reducing blood sugar, a lot of people have diabetics, have a problem with elevated blood sugar. Metformin is a class of drug that helps to lower. There's others, okay? But the negative interaction, a lot of folks are taking berberine because they hear about GLP-1s, and this is going to help you lose weight and all these things. Horrible interaction, could tank your blood sugar. That's definitely a big problem.
Be careful.
But alpha-lipoic acid as a supplement is an amazing positive interaction that folks should be thinking about taking alongside their metformin.
A lot of amazing info. Bryce Wylde, check him out online. Good to see you,
Thank you,
brother.
sir.
Always great.